Z. You hit a Z and it puts up an L. That you started to get some mixed signals so that you're telling yourself things that just simply aren't true. Now, if that's true, I'm just saying what if? If that's true, the only way we know is if we started to slowly, safely, with medical supervision, withdraw that medication from you.
It's already been taken. I haven't taken it.
And see if you begin to see the world differently.
Yeah.
Because right now, you're showing behavior that appears to be psychotic in nature. But I don't believe that's true. I think what you are having, very likely, are some psychotic features that are induced by medication.
Or the trauma of having my children taken away because I never even heard any of these voices till she stole my kids.
Well, we can test both of those out because if we get these medications cleaned out of your body and get back to a baseline and you return to the same person that Amy knew back before you started this, and none of these things are present in your thinking.
We all grow every day, and if I told Amy to return to the person she was back when we were 18 or 8th grade, wouldn't that offend you? Aren't you great today? No matter what medication it is that you take?
And I could take that if I hadn't seen that you had been abusing it. So that affects the whole outlook.
Okay. I respect your opinion.
Thank you.
Yeah. But for you to be sitting over there next to her and not here next to me, we got a problem.
But everything that I
realize that.
and talked to you about.
Okay, I'm just saying, you're my best friend. I trust you more than, I don't even like looking at her because of the way she's done it. She could have called me and said, Morgan, let me hold your kids for a while. And she didn't have to call CPS. She could have been a mother and said, honey, I love you. I see you're going through something. Let me hold the kids for a little while we figure this out, and I'll use whatever resources I have to help you and take you, even then, to take you to the doctor that you need, but to spend the money then to put me in a hotel room?
I'm sorry for you. Morgan, we're sitting here because we both want you to have your kids back and we both want you to be healthy.
There's nothing that she's done. She didn't even say the fact that paper, that legal document said that I didn't provide food and clothing for my kids. You never spoke up about the wrongs of those court documents. And not to mention, my kids were gone for 2 months before I even received a court document. I know what due process is. And you never, to have a boss lady like you allow the judicial court system to shut you up from even saying the truth about these things that are just the truth. It makes me wonder what your intentions are.
My intentions
are to manipulate the truth.
Well, we're going to take a break, and I can assure you she's misreading one thing about who controls where these children are at this point. And I can promise you it's not Liz. We'll be right back. Says she is absolutely not a threat to anyone, including her mother and her 2 children. But I'm questioning whether or not you're seeing the world in a consensual way. How did you get the black eyes and the chipped tooth and all this?
Well, I was moving my townhouse this is the second time I moved. I was moving from one condo to the next, and I was sliding my bed frame down the stairs, and when I was doing it, I was going too fast, and I rammed my head into the end of the bed frame.
You told me your teeth was from the windshield.
What are you talking about?
You said it was energy from the windshield.
What are you talking about? Your interpretation of things are that's scary.
Okay,
because that's not even my reality.
I asked you the question and you answered it. Now, for 11 days, you housed a felon that was on the run in your house, the father of one of your children. What do you think about that decision?
I love that decision. He was already in jail for 5 years. He missed the birth of our son. Having him in my house, it allowed him to be there on the first day of school for the very first time.
So you don't see a problem with...
I would not let the police in my house anyways. It's my space. I'm just not that open to it. But those were minutes that I was cherishing in time with him that nobody can replace. And I would have never got otherwise. And, if that makes me a criminal, then fine.
You don't see an issue there if he'd been
It
discovered
wasn't
there?
my job to tell them where he was. It was their job to figure it out.
And had they done that and shown up there and...
It would have altered things. He was not wanting to go be locked behind bars again, and he had a knife in the house at that time. And had I left him in the house, like you came and tried to unlock the door to live there, there's things that you don't know based on what your perception is, that sometimes I just know what's best to do.
Yeah, I think it would be good to stop talking right now. You're making this worse, not better. That's really poor judgment on behalf of the children.
My children, he would never hurt me or my children.
You just don't want to be involved in harboring